All in all, October 26th was a strong day as far as Ukraine's offensive maneuvers were concerned. The country's armed forces, and especially its drone operators, were able to strike at several regions around Russia and in occupied territories like Luhansk, dealing untold amounts of damage with fires and explosions breaking out in numerous locations. And even if Moscow didn't suffer any major damage, according to the latest available data and reports, the very fact that Kyiv is able to send dozens of drones into the skies over the Russian capital is a very big deal. It's a sign of how far Ukraine's armed forces have come. When the war began over 3.5 years ago, Kyiv was entirely and exclusively focused on defending its territory, holding its defensive lines and fending off wave after wave of Russian assaults and aerial bombardments. It had no chance and no time to even think about counterattacks, let alone direct strikes on Moscow, the beating heart of Russia's culture, government and higher society. Now, things have changed. Ukraine has solidified its defenses and found the time, resources and opportunities it needed to strike back at its enemy, carrying out an ever-increasing series of successful attacks not only in occupied regions, but deep into Russia itself, hundreds of miles beyond its borders. In doing so, Kyiv's forces are bringing the war home to the Russian people and to Vladimir Putin himself. For years, many Russians have been able to see the war as a distant conflict, one that doesn't have any direct, notable impact on their lives. This is especially true for many of those that live in Moscow, the richest city in Russia, where the quality of life is far higher than most other towns and cities across the country. There, the general public and Russia's elites have been allowed to go about their day-to-day lives, enjoying the comforts and luxuries the city has to offer, feeling a million miles from the chaotic and blood-soaked battlefields of Donetsk, Luhansk, and other occupied territories along the front lines.